You guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. Now, partly now, Manchester United have showed an interest in Moussa Dembele, the current Celtic player. Good, fantastic prospect as I've seen of him. Partly, Man United are also interested in Kieran Turner as well at that left back position. Maybe could be used as a replacement for Luke Shaw. But yeah, reportedly, I'm going to discuss with you about Moussa Dembele. It's in a few media outlets. I've just caught up on ESPN. Reportedly, Manchester United are interested, but there's a lot of teams that have been linked with these two players. There's reportedly it's mentioned Arsenal have been interested. It's reported Liverpool have been interested. It's also said Tottenham have been interested, but there's a catalogue of teams that have been interested in Moussa Dembele, not Moussa Dembele and Kieran Turner at the left back. But very, very good for Celtic, as I said. He has got a 4-year deal with the club, so I think he's under contract with Celtic until 2020. Is the current player. Did fantastic in his last season with Celtic as well. He scored 32 goals in all competitions last season. Also, Celtic did win a domestic treble last season as well. But yeah, Moussa Dembele looks a fantastic player. He risen up the ranks fantastically well with Paris Saint-Germain. That's where he began his youth career with Paris Saint-Germain. And then after that, he joined Fulham after Paris Saint-Germain did the player. After that, he joined Fulham, did Moussa Dembele, was there quite a few years. Also was in their youth system as well. He did very, very well with Fulham, he became a regular for the under-18s team. He also, in his first season with the club, won the Premier League Academy, the Premier Academy League as well in his first season with the club. Signed his first contract in July 2013 with Fulham until the end of summer 2015 as well. But yeah, he did very, very well for Fulham, and he made his debut for Fulham in 2013, his first professional debut with Fulham in 2013 with the first team. He scored 19 goals in 64 competitive matches for Fulham since I think 2013, and he was there quite a good few years. As well with Fulham was the current player. And then Celtic had come in 2016, sometime in 2016. Celtic had purchased him. He signed a 4-year deal with the club, and he made his debut in for Celtic. He made his debut, I think, in August 2016. He made his debut for Celtic. But yeah, scored 32 goals, I think, last season in all competitions. Also in February 2017, scored back-to-back hat-tricks for Celtic as well. Did the current player. But reportedly, there is a few teams eyeing out an interest in the current player as well. Because obviously, we've got fantastic young age prospects in our front line. We've got Marcus Rashford there. We've got Martial. Fantastic young age prospects, that are growing and developing into their game. We've got Ibrahimovic expecting to return. Obviously, he's not young, but he's still expected to return in December. Lukaku as well. But yeah, it's reportedly said there that Manchester United have showed an interest in Moussa Dembele from Celtic. I think this is only his second season of the process. He risen up the ranks of Paris Saint-Germain quite a few years. Joined Fulham in 2012 at the age of 16. Became regular for the under-18 teams and won the Premier Academy League in his first season with the club, and he joined Fulham at just the age of 16. So he's risen up the ranks fantastically well. He made his debut in 2013 with Fulham, November 2013, and since then scored 19 goals in 64 competitive matches for Fulham. And then Celtic had come in. He was at Fulham quite a few years, and Celtic coming at the door in 2016, and he signed a 4-year deal with Celtic, and he's made a massive impact since he's been at Celtic. 32 goals in all competitions in his debut season with them. Very, very impressive indeed. But yeah, there's been quite a few teams reportedly interested in Moussa Dembele. So also to report you guys on as well, as I did update you with the latest news earlier on, was about Keylor Navas, the Real Madrid goalkeeper. It reportedly said that Liverpool were Liverpool were interested in him. Apparently Klopp had called had called Keylor Navas up. Reportedly, he had been in discussions as well with Jurgen Klopp over Keylor Navas of making a potential move to Anfield, because obviously Simon Mignolet has not had the best starts this season, because Liverpool know where the problems lie. You know, defensively, especially, they know where the problems lie. Do Liverpool Football Club. But Keylor Navas, as I said, this is his third. He's been at Real Madrid 3 years. This is his fourth season in the process. You know, where he's made 70 odd appearances for Real Madrid. Real Madrid had purchased him back in 2014 from Levante for £10 million. £10 million Real Madrid had purchased him for, and he has got a 6-year deal with the club, so he's out of contract in 2020. Is Keylor Navas as well. He made his international debut in 2008, and since then he's made over 70 appearances for Costa Rica as Keylor Navas as well. I don't think he's satisfied at the Bernabeu, but reportedly Liverpool have shown an interest in the player, as I updated you earlier on as well. And as I do keep saying, you know, if Coutinho is to go in January, you know, Liverpool will raise the money, you know, then they'll be able to reinvest into their squad. Some of that they didn't do in August. Liverpool Football Club, they didn't do this in August. So, yeah, we will see what happens. And I still think Liverpool Football Club, you know, will revive their interest in Virgil van Dijk in the January window. I think Liverpool, you know, they were convinced they were going to pay £70 million with Liverpool Football Club. They were going to pay £70 million, but obviously Southampton were not willing to offload the player. He signed a 6-year deal back in May 2016 with Southampton Football Club. A 6-year deal back in May with Southampton Football Club. He made his international debut in 2015 when he'd just come back from long-term injury as well. Did Virgil van Dijk. There had been a few teams interested in him during the August window, but Liverpool need to sort their defensive area out, as we all know as well. But yeah, Virgil van Dijk, I think, did want to make the move during August. Very, very good with Celtic as well. You know, in the Scottish Premiership with them, Scottish Cup with them. You know, Southampton had paid £13 million for him. But I think he's out of contract with Southampton. He's got a 6-year deal as Virgil van Dijk. But I assume Liverpool may have had the interest in January in him, because Liverpool ended their interest back in June due to an illegal approach. And what else was I going to say now? And yeah, and I think definitely, you know, for Liverpool, Philippe Coutinho is definitely going to go, because obviously Barcelona are heavily linked to him during August. I definitely think Philippe Coutinho is going to leave Liverpool Football Club, because we all know, I think he's going to leave Liverpool Football Club because he wants to leave, wants to elevate to a higher level, he wants to be winning trophies and challenging. You know, he's not going to be doing this with Liverpool Football Club. We know he's under contract with Liverpool to 2022, but the reports stemming from Spain that Barcelona are convinced they can get a deal over the line for the player in January. And I think Coutinho's representative has made it clear. Coutinho's representative has made it clear to Barcelona that Liverpool are willing to offload him for around about 135 million. It's reported that PSG are still monitoring the player because they invested a lot of money in the August window. Maybe Neymar would want to see him at Paris Saint-Germain because they're good. They have a strong relation. You know, they're very, very good friends because they both play for Brazil, obviously. But I think Coutinho is willing to turn down the January switch to Paris Saint-Germain, and he does want to make the move to Barcelona. Said he's under contract to 2022. Ex-Inter Milan player, ex-Espanyol player, so he's had experience in playing in Spain before. But since he's been in Liverpool, he's become one of the most creative, agile midfielders as Coutinho. He's made over 70 appearances now as Philippe Coutinho. But yeah, I do think he's going to move in January. But obviously Barcelona had 3 bids rejected, had 3 bids turned down from Liverpool. But I think in January, Philippe Coutinho is going to go. They should benefit, you know, they should get the money for it. And then Liverpool will be able to get a couple of decent players out of the money to generate for Philippe Coutinho. But obviously Liverpool board, Liverpool owners were not willing to accept any bids from Barcelona in August. This is why Coutinho didn't want to make the move. We know he was injured at the start of the season, so he missed the first 5 or 6 games. But obviously Barcelona are looking for eyeing Coutinho out as a long-term replacement for Iniesta, who's obviously signed a lifetime contract extension with them. But yeah, I think he'll elevate to a higher level with Barca. We're playing him on better players. And yeah, it looks like he's going to go. as I said, but the NBA champ, I think he's still going to leave Liverpool Football Club. As I said, he said Juventus have, it's been Juventus's target. You know, he said reportedly Juventus have reportedly been in talks with him as well. Juventus have been in talks with Liverpool. Apparently, Juventus have approached NBA champ's representatives over there. This Juventus have approached NBA champ's representatives, and Juventus are convinced they can get a deal over the line for NBA champ on a free next summer rather than paying for him in January. But he's nowhere near in the process of securing a new Liverpool deal at the moment. He's NBA champ. I think Liverpool have been in the process of trying to secure him a new deal. He is yet to sign a new deal with Liverpool Football Club, but he's coming to a conclusion of his contract. He's Emre Can as well. As I said, he's an ex-Bayern Munich graduate. You know, did well with them. He's an ex-Bayer Leverkusen player, and I think this is his fourth season in the process with Liverpool Football Club, and Liverpool have purchased him from Bayer Leverkusen for nearly just £10 million. But versatility, very, very good, skillful, good in the air, as I said. Plays centre-back, player full-back, plays defensive mid, Emre Can, very, very good for Germany as well. So yeah, and he's made over 100 appearances since he's been at Liverpool Football Club as Emre Can. I think he's nearly hit a century appearances now in the Premier League as well. So Liverpool could still lose him. We know they've got Naby Keita confirmed, as we all know, for next summer. But it is a 48 million release clause, and Liverpool obviously paid a premium for him during the August window as well. And you've got during the August window as well. And, you know, Liverpool, reportedly, you know, there was a show they was interested in, obviously, you know, they're obviously going to now try and find a replacement for Philippe Coutinho. They have had quite a few replacements, you know. There's been talks of Draxler. You know, they're interested in Lamar during the end of the transfer window. You know, Liverpool had shown their interest in Lamar. As I said, Lamar, as I said, he's got a 3-year contract with Monaco. I think he's got 3 years left in his deal. Can play attacking mid, can play on each flank. He made 32 appearances for Chan. Monaco had paid just £3 million for him. Made his international debut in 2016. And during the summer, Arsenal had been heavily linked with him, had 2 bids rejected. Liverpool saw 2 bids rejected for him as well, Lamar. Liverpool saw 2 bids rejected for Thomas Lemar as well. Arsenal put £92 million in, but in the process didn't happen. But the Monaco president has confirmed that Lemar is likely to leave Monaco next summer. Arsenal didn't get a deal over the line for Lemar during the window due to that Monaco were not willing to offload the player considering the amount of money they've raised for the departure of their players. Plus, at the first, Arsenal were not willing to meet Monaco's price tag that they struck on Thomas Lemar as well in the current process. But Liverpool had also been interested in him as well, Thomas Lemar. But I do really, really like him, as I said. But apparently, you know, it did come out the other day that Arsenal had been notified that they've missed the chances of signing Lemar. But it's confirmed now that Arsene Wenger has not ruled a January move out for Lemar, but he has ruled out Riyad Mahrez, as I said, in the current process. Right there. But yeah, I do really, really like Lemar, as I said. But Arsene has not ruled a January move out for Thomas Larson. If Arsenal to offer quite a bit of money, you know, it may test Monaco's stance on the play, because obviously they're looking for a replacement for Alexis Sanchez and that as well. But Riyad Mahrez, Arsenal had been interested during the window. As I said, Chelsea had been interested. He said Tottenham had showed an interest in the current player as well. As I said, with Riyad Mahrez, as I said, you know, it's reported in the last few days that Marseille have reportedly been interested in him. He said he could leave Leicester for just over £26 million in January, could Riyad Mahrez as well. He had thoughts about leaving Leicester during this summer. I think this is his 4th season in the process. He had thoughts about leaving this summer. He put a transfer request in as well during the summer as well, did Riyad Mahrez. As I said, he's won the PFA with Leicester, Premier League with Leicester, Championship with Leicester as well, won the PFA with Leicester. Algerian Football of the Year, made his international debut for Algeria in 2014. In 2014 as well, did Riyad Riyad Mahrez. You know, he started his youth career with Salclas, he risen up the ranks, went to Quimper for the season. Was with Lee Harvey quite a few years as well, and majority of his playing time there was in the reserve team was Riyad Mahrez. But there had been quite a few teams monitoring the player during the August window. He's under contract with Leicester till 2020, but Arsene Wenger has basically ruled a move out for Mahrez, but he has not ruled a move out for Thomas Lemar in the current process of that. But mentioning, Alexis Sanchez, I feel as though, definitely, Alexis Sanchez is going to definitely leave Arsenal Football Club. As I said, numerous teams have been interested in him. Paris Saint-Germain had been interested because he'd approached Paris Saint-Germain quite a few times. He was demanding a higher wage from Paris Saint-Germain. I think he was demanding about £500,000 pound from Paris Saint-Germain was Alexis Sanchez. Real Madrid had been interested. It said Manchester United had showed an interest in Alexis Sanchez as well. But he did say, City are emerging as the front runners to still go on and get him. City initially had £50 million rejected for Sanchez in the window. City initially had £60 million bid accepted by Arsenal, but obviously Arsenal couldn't find that replacement. Arsenal could have cashed £50-60 million in, as I said. They may live to regret it, but obviously they couldn't find a replacement for Alexis Sanchez because he clarified he wanted Champions League football. He wants Champions League football, wants to elevate to a higher level with Arsenal. He's not going to be doing this. And it's reportedly said in the press in the last couple of days that Everton have showed an interest, as I've updated you. He says they're keen to put £30 million in for Sanchez in January. But as I said, with Everton, he's not going to be winning trophies. He's not going to be in Champions League football. Everton spent a lot of money in the August window, and Everton are struggling, guys, in the process. So I can't see him going to Everton, but as I said, Arsenal would rather cash him rather let him go free next summer. But he's now saying City would rather go for Sanchez next summer and get him on a free rather than pay £20 million or £30 million for him in January. As I said, but as I said, Sanchez, he was fantastic with Pep Guardiola at Barcelona. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal Football Club as well. Versatility good, very, very good, fantastic number 7, as I said. As I said, he also played with underknees. He's won honours, he did it with River Plate on loan, Cola on loan. He won honours with Barcelona as well, made his international debut in 2006. Alexis Sanchez as well, but a fantastic player. And yeah, he is going to leave. Whether it's going to be in January, he says City are prepared to wait until next summer, but there's still high-profile teams such as Paris Saint-Germain, and there's you'd like to Real Madrid that could still go for Sanchez in January as well. So City will not want to miss out on their main target that they've been linked to during the course of the August window as well in the current process. What else I'm going to update you on today? But yeah, what else would I going to update you on right now? But as I was saying, going back to Mesut Ozil, I presume he's going to go as well. He's been notified as Mesut Ozil. Basically, he's been advised to see out his contract to make a free transfer to Manchester United next summer. Reportedly, what did it say now, if I can remember rightly? That Mesut Ozil's team are confident that basically his team are confident that we want to sign Ozil on a free transfer next summer, wait till his contract comes to an end and get him on a free transfer rather than us pay for him in January as well, because he reportedly told his teammates the other week that he did want to make the move to Old Trafford. Mesut Ozil said can create chances, can provide assists, was in the Bundesliga for 5 years, so he's a highly experienced player. He's Mesut Ozil. He's got Premier League experience now because he's been in the Premier League. This is his 5th season in the process with Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal will not want to sell off to a Premier League rival, but he reportedly told teammates the other week that he wanted to join Manchester United. Also, he's been demanding a higher wage. He's been demanding a wage increase. I think he's been demanding over 300,000. Did confirm the other week that the contract talks are still between the club is the player and his representatives. Jose Mourinho classifies him as a fantastic number 10 and role number 10 as well. And, he was fantastic with Jose Mourinho, during his tenure, with Real Madrid. Jose Mourinho's, in the 3 years Jose Mourinho's at Real Madrid and the 3 years Ozil was at Real Madrid, they bonded fantastically well together. And Ozil was absolutely phenomenal, and it's Arsenal's second most expensive sign, and Arsenal paid £42.5 million for him from Real Madrid. He's won about 4 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal, just basically like Alexis Sanchez has as well. But obviously Arsenal will want to identify replacements for him as well. But going back to Liverpool, they'll need to eye out a replacement for Philippe Coutinho. And you know they've still, it's still reported they've showed an interest in Timo Werner from RB Leipzig. They've been interested in him. There's also been thoughts they've been interested in Julian Draxler as well from PSG, you know, because that's also been an Arsenal long-term tag, because that Draxler, you know, was voted the best player in the Confederations Cup in 2017. You know, he's also was part of the squad in 2014 FIFA World Cup, and also reached the reached the semi-finals of the Euro 2016. He's only been at Paris Saint-Germain since January because Paris Saint-Germain had purchased him £42 million from Wolfsburg. He may find it hard to get first-team football week in, week out. He's a good Gunners prospect, but he might find it hard to get first-team football week in, week out due to, you know, the amount of money that Paris Saint-Germain had spent during the August window. But as I said, Paris Saint-Germain may not will to offload him because he's only been there since January. He risen up the ranks fantastically well with Schalke. He made 171 appearances, scored 30 goals in the process. Was there quite a few years, went to Wolfsburg, and Paris Saint-Germain, as I said, bought him £42 million in January 2017. So Liverpool have identified him as a good replacement for Coutinho because he's good with both feet, he's strong, his power of his shots very, very good, his crossings looks very, very impressive as well. So yeah, we will see what happens about that. But as I was reporting, you know, this is the main part of this video, that Manchester United reportedly interested in Moussa and Dembele. We're partly interested in Moussa and Dembele. I think Celtic rate Moussa Dembele at around £30 million. If he is for sale, Celtic may feel as though they could get more for the player. I think this is only his second season in the process with Celtic. You know, in his debut season with Celtic, he scored 32 goals in all competitions as well. Also as part of the squad, you know, when they won the domestic treble last season as well, Celtic as well. They mainly win the Scottish, you know, Premiership every year, do Celtic. But as I said, there's been quite a few teams that have been monitoring Moussa Dembele, and Kieran Tierney has also been mentioned as well. As I said, going back to what I said, Moussa Dembele done very, very well. Started his youth career with Paris Saint-Germain, was there quite a lot of years. You know, joined Fulham in 2012 at just the age of 16 years of age. You know, as I said, you know, he became a regular for the under-18s team. You know, winning the Premier Academy League in his first season with Fulham as well. He made his first team debut for Fulham in November 2013. So he was in the first team for about 3 years with Fulham. He made his debut in November 2013. He was in the first team with Fulham for quite a few years. And he scored 19 goals in 64 competitive matches with Fulham as well, Moussa Dembele. And, you know, and then after that, you know, Celtic purchased him in 2016. He has got a 4-year deal now with Celtic Football Club as Moussa Dembele. So I think he's out of contract until 2000. I think his contract comes to a conclusion in 2020 as well. Does Moussa Dembele's, and he made his debut for Celtic in August 2016. And he's also in February 2017 scored back-to-back hat-tricks for Celtic as well. So looks a fantastic player by all means. But there's quite a few teams that are monitoring. There's been Man U mentioned, Arsenal mentioned, Liverpool mentioned, also Tottenham mentioned as well. But yeah, we will see what happens about that. So drop your comments, likes below on the channel, guys. As I do keep saying, if you do consider subscribe to my channel as always, guys, and take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Take care.